All right, salute to the NBA community and welcome back. This is the Best of Seven Sports Talk, episode 160. We in the building, man. Seven Mitchell, salute again to everybody out in the NBA community. We got some breaking news tonight, man. The Lakers with a blockbuster trade. They got rid of Russ. They sending Russ to Utah's three-team deal. But I got a little update about Russell Westbrook's actual destination. It actually may not be Utah. We're going to talk about that, man. I got a special guest with me tonight. My guy, Tyreek from Ty TV, is in the building, man. Ty, appreciate you joining Best of Seven, man. Welcome to the show.
You already know what's going on, bro. Mr. Best of Sports 7. We only
You
do
already
things
know.
the right way and not the light way. TYTV, Ty TV, all day, every day.
Salute, gang. Appreciate you coming through tonight, man. So we got a full plate, man. I mean, you are a Brooklyn Nets supporter, so we're gonna have to definitely get into some Nets basketball. We got to talk about our Lakers. Um, it's on and popping, man. So salute again to everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button as you come into the stream. Before we even get anything started and tipped off, Ty, let everybody know, a little bit about you as far as how long you've been into, sports and a little bit about your channel and what people can expect, you know, being in your platform.
So, my channel, I've had my channel for about 7 years now. Had it since
Okay.
my 10th grade year. Played sports in school, played football, was state regional, ran track, lower state champion. Um, when I look at sports, I look at it from a different view than a whole lot of people. I like the drama that's behind it. I like the skill that comes behind it, how these guys work on their games, no matter if it's
Okay.
football, basketball, and just paying attention to sports. It's like it's always that type of thing to where it takes your mind off of all the other negative things, whether you like sports or not. And that's why I want to build myself off of. I started conversating with everyone about sports every single day when I was younger, growing up all the way till now.
Okay.
And that's how I fell in love with talking to people about. I like debating. I like having debates. I like hearing what people have. I like hearing what people think
That's dope, bro.
teams, who they, because when you look at a certain person's like favorite player, athlete, or whatever, sometimes that might tells you the type of person they are, because most of the time they look up to that person. You get what
Where
I'm
can people
saying?
follow you at on social media? Let everybody know where to follow you at on YouTube. How can they catch up with you on your channel?
Um, I post about every day. My Instagram is Himothy24. Snapchat is TySoFly001. My Discord, I will drop it into the chat whenever yeah, but I will drop it into the chat. And let me tell y'all this right now. How I get people reeled in, I make great points. I want to make a point that's unbiased to where not only the main audience is getting it, I want to make a point to where other audiences who might not agree. The main audience are the guys who agree with me, but the main audience who doesn't agree with me, I'll tell the facts on that side too. You want to get people to listen to what you have to say. So, just being unbiased and giving the most information, keeping it real. That's all. That's how I felt like it was always the best thing and the best way, because people love it. People love the channels when you keep it real. That's how I have found you, bro. I just found you out of nowhere and just started watching your channel, and then you put out some of the best Laker content. I know you a Lakers guy, but that's how you done reeled me in, because everybody can talk about the Lakers how many times they want. But then again, it's everybody puts out the same content. You might put out some different content about the Lakers, bro.
Well, I'll tell you, Ty, I appreciate you, man, coming through tonight. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Ty TV. Let's help him build this platform, man. My guy's doing this thing when it comes to the sports talk. We got a dope show tonight, man. My brother is in the building. My brother K Doze, Rise with K. Y'all make sure y'all definitely subscribe to his channel. Most importantly, man, that's my brother from another. We got a crazy show tonight. Oh my God. So before we even get started with the first quarter of the show, make sure you guys follow me on social media if you enjoy daily NBA content 24/7, 365. Definitely appreciate all the support. So, Ty, we got to get into it tonight, bro. It looked like the Lakers have finalized the deal. God damn it. They brought that rat. They brought that rat, D'Angelo Russell, back to the Lakers along with Malik Beasley for a trade with for Russell Westbrook. I am blown away. I cannot believe that Los Angeles brought that rat back to the Lakers. Really? I am tight right now, bro.
That is a really
I'd
good
rather
deal.
have Russell
I,
Westbrook.
I,
I don't want that rat back in my. I don't want that rat on my team, bro. I'm not jacking that.
if
I
this
know he's
if this works out, oh my bad. Go ahead.
no. You got to calm me down. Do your thing, man, because I'm pissed right now. Like I just want to get my shit
It,
off. I'm tight.
wait, what? Wait, you're pissed about getting rid of Russell Westbrook?
I'm pissed about who we got. We got a rat. I'd rather rock it.
Okay,
I'd rather ride it out with Russ than have a rat in my locker room. D'Angelo
that is
Russell is a
facts.
rat.
That is facts. I mean, you got one dude that wears skirts. You got one dude that's a rat. But then one dude has more realist in him. Probably ain't no rat. I mean, he still wears skirts. But yeah, I wouldn't want no rat on my team. But I will say one thing about this rat. He might fit better with your team. And what I mean by this is D'Angelo Russell. I don't consider him as a great playoff performer. And I'm not sure if he's the exact piece for this team, but it's the fit is perfect because you got a guy who can be that playmaker on the floor, give LeBron, a little bit of some breathing room. He can shoot, and he has the ability to give you at least 18 a night. At least
Let me
18 a night.
let me tell you something.
Now
Let me
Malik
tell you
Beasley,
something.
I
Let
think.
me tell you something.
What's
Hold
up?
on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, we're not even gonna get started. We're not gonna get off on the wrong foot. We talking about a rat. I don't care what the benefits are. Yes, maybe on paper, what the Lakers have gotten, maybe partially what they needed. But in the long run, it's the rat. I don't continue, bro.
This ain't got to. But Seth, this ain't got to do with nothing on court. At least on court wise, he gonna fit with you. I get where you coming from, but when you look at the fit that comes, and I don't even look at him as the best part of the deal. I think getting a guy like Malik Beasley back, that helps you out even more. A lengthy guy that helps you on the wing, a guy that can still be able to hit shots. And there's nights he's gonna get the hot hand. Now, at this point, this is how I feel about the move. If y'all still losing games the way y'all are still losing games right now, who is the person that you're going to blame this time? Because Rob pulled off this move. Everybody the last couple of years, oh man, get rid of Westbrook. Oh, Westbrook shouldn't even be on the team. Westbrook don't fit with the offense. The first argument Lakers fans would have every single day, what would they say? Lakers
Last year, those
Republic,
arguments was
Lakers
warranted
everything.
though.
Get rid of
Last
Russ.
last year, those arguments was warranted. This year, Russell is playing he's playing his role. He's accepted his role for the most part. He's actually playing at a level of six man of the year. Now, we did hear about this issue he had with Darwin Ham after last night's game. They got into it, and now he's been traded. But again, what we got, like you said, it may help what the Lakers needed on the court. And I'm not trying to make it seem like LA, the Lakers are a bunch of bad boys, whereas though they doing some stuff in the locker room or off the court that they really got to be worried about D'Angelo Russell. LeBron's a professional. Everybody around him pretty much stays in line. So I'm not worried or concerned about him telling again. But what he did
Because he's
in
with
a
LeBron.
Lakers uniform before, that was just real sleaze. That was the worst. That story with him and Swaggy P is one of the wildest NBA stories of all time. If you
That
ask
was
me
a
my
female.
opinion,
That
bro,
was a female type move. That was a female type move by
he's a
D'Angelo
rat.
because maybe he could have been jealous. He could have been jealous of Swaggy P and Swaggy P. I feel like part of that kind of made Swaggy P get kicked out of the league because Swaggy P was still young enough to be able to play. I felt like Swaggy P to a certain degree had got blackballed because of something like that. You gotta
Now,
look at things like that too. Because I mean, what D'Lo did, bro. I mean, that's out of line. But doing all that with LeBron on the team, because with LeBron on the team, he gonna expect for that locker room. Like I said, I'm not a big LeBron guy, but he gonna expect for that locker room, to stay healthy, positive. You want that locker room to be good, and I felt like a lot of that at that time, especially if you want to talk Lakers, that damaged the locker room a whole lot, and I think that portrayed Young to look like a bad teammate and a bad person. I mean, shoot,
nah, man, forget
getting
all that.
around
I'm not
sometimes.
jacking none
Sometimes
of
it
that. I'm not
happens,
jacking
but
none of that. I'm not jacking that he is going to be in line because of LeBron. He did this under Magic Johnson watch in his first or second season in the league. If you ain't got that respect for Magic in the Lakers uniform, he ain't going to have no extra respect for LeBron now. He's a rat. He may not
but
do the
this,
same things. I know he's shown improvement as a player. Definitely. He helped Brooklyn go to the playoffs. He's been doing this thing in Minnesota. He's a good player, potential all-star. He got the talent. But again, I'm not jacking that. We watch what this guy do. And it's just like, okay, you got Russell off of your books. So you take the lesser of two evils. The Lakers are not going to be, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. And now there's reports, Ty, that Russell Westbrook may actually get bought out of Utah,
I was
and he's
I was
trying to
just about to
go
bring that up.
to the Clippers to join Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Can you imagine if
You know,
Russell Westbrook
wait,
finds his way to Kawhi and PG before this season is over with?
I think
That's
it could
insane.
happen. That could happen,
Absolutely
but
could
let me tell
happen.
you. But hold on, let me tell you another sneaky team. So the guy. I didn't want the guy for Kyrie and those little picks. I wanted more than just that. But if my Nets, think about this though, it's not too far fetched because if we gonna need, because we need a guy who can score off the bench. I think Cam Thomas should be a starter, and you could start Dinwiddie on the floor with him and slide Cam at the two. Shoot, we did the same thing with Kyrie, and then we had basically Royce O'Neal, Ben Simmons correlating with the one.
So what are you saying about what does that have to do with Russ? What are you saying? Bring Russ to Brooklyn?
I wouldn't mind that move because he would be cheap at that point. And you're talking about a guy. Remember, he was balling this season. Dude was playing six man. He was basically the best bench player. Russell Westbrook was the best bench player in the league. I got respect for Russ, and I feel like Russ would be a way better fit on this Brooklyn team. Just don't put him in the same lineup as Ben Simmons, and hopefully we make a move tomorrow. My prediction is we don't get rid of him tomorrow, but I still feel like Russ would be a great guy because the scoring that Ben Simmons doesn't do, you need some of that scoring because Russ will give you some of that scoring off the bench. When some of the guys get cold on the bench, and Russ and his playmaking, yeah, he still turns over the ball. But like I said, him having all these shooters in Brooklyn, we still, like I said, your Utahs, your TJs, your KDs, your Cams, your Dinwiddies. I mean, all these guys who can shoot on the team, Seth Curry, Patty, all these guys that can shoot on the team. We
Ty,
got
let me ask
shooters.
you a question. Let me ask you a question, bro, because you doing a lot of elaborating. But is Kevin Durant not on the Brooklyn Nets?
He's still wearing a Brooklyn Nets uniform, yes.
So I got to talk to the bosses. How in the world is that going to be a good addition to have Russell? KD not going for that.
He not my
You
boy.
know
I
KD
and I
not going
believe
for that.
I agree with you, but here's the catch, and here's the difference. KD, my boy, you know I'm a KD fan, but the thing here is Russ ain't trying to be that same player like he was back in OKC, and then you got to include the fit. Because remember, the Lakers, y'all complain, oh, we need shooters, we need shooters, we need shooters, we need wing defenders. We got wing defenders. We got
I,
shooters. Dorian
I'm
Finney-Smith. I forgot
confused.
another guy.
I'm confused because if Russell gets bought out of Utah, he's now a free agent. So if you got a choice of the Clippers, you're saying Brooklyn or the Miami Heat. You think Russell Westbrook is going to go try to play with Kevin Durant again in Brooklyn?
It's possible that it could happen. I think the media is making it seem like, because remember, this is how you know I'm a real KD fan. He was the one that sat there and thanked Russ when he won his first MVP, giving Russ a lot of credit. And I'm gonna tell you this: not only would Russ help out with a little bit of scoring, some of that rebounding that we need. Because if you look at it, we're the worst rebounding team in the league in technicality. We are worse. We are the worst, the number one worst team in the league who gets outscored off of second chance points. A guy like Russ will not only help push the tempo, and Russ has always been an underrated playmaker, but at the same time an overrated playmaker because of the amount of turnovers he has. But having those shooters on this team will help him out. You just don't put him on the floor with Ben Simmons, because I don't think we're getting rid of Ben Simmons. But having Russ on that bench with TJ Warren, a shooter, Utah Watanabe, a shooter, Seth Curry, a shooter, and then maybe I assume Sean Marks would at least make a move for a stretch big. I'm hoping we get a stretch big, a guy who can still be able to clean up on the inside. I'm telling
We're
you,
gonna talk
because
about
we
we're gonna
still
talk about
need
the
to
Brooklyn.
find.
Hold up, Todd. Hold up, Todd. We're gonna talk about the Brooklyn Nets later. This is why I wanted to stick to the topic. We're gonna get into the Brooklyn Nets. Russell Westbrook is the subject at hand, and I am flabbergasted that you think that he would buy into going to Brooklyn to play with Kevin Durant and Ben Simmons, and that you think Kevin Durant would green like that. Like, to me, that is definitely not happening. The way he was violated in the purple and gold only leads to me to believe that he would definitely go to play with Kawhi and Paul George in LA. But
That's but
I
the
think
but the same reason you
he
could
would
say
be
that is the same reason he could go to Brooklyn.
he's not going to Brooklyn. You need to stop with all this Russell Westbrook Brooklyn Nets. That's not happening. It's either the Clippers or it's going to be the Miami Heat. I I would doubt the LA team because he's going to look like a villain if he goes across the hall. They're going to be in a different arena, but still in the same city. I'm not sure how the LA is definitely going to receive Russell now if he goes to the Clippers. But that's going to be a big problem for the Lakers if that happens. So if he's trying to be revengeful, go to the Clippers. It's going to be a problem for the Lakers. But I don't know if he's going to be able to deal with being a villain. But maybe he don't sign the extension. Maybe this is a rental. Maybe Clippers only use him for this year, and maybe they could be a real threat to win the West. So watch out for him going to the Clippers. Miami the same way, bro. I just don't see him going into Brooklyn. But who won this trade at the end of the day, Ty, in your opinion? Who won this trade?
Who won this trade? So you got
Well, let me ask you
Utah,
this way. Let me just
Minnesota.
simplify. Did the Lakers win? Did the Lakers come out winners in this trade? Let's talk about it.
That's what I was just about to say. I want to say the Lakers, but it just depends on what happens over time. This is one of those trades where you got to judge it not off of right now. You got to judge it months ahead in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like how many games they're going to win for the rest of the season, if they're not going to be in the play-in, if they're going to make the playoffs, if they can make a run. You got time left in the season. It's only a little bit over half of the season. You got the rest of February. You got March. AD is back. Just keep him healthy for God's sake. One of my Kentucky boys. Keep him healthy for God's sake. Keep LeBron healthy, because I heard him complaining about a foot injury yesterday. Who knows he's going to play tomorrow? So that's what I'm saying. But with these pieces, with this acquisition, because we seen the Lakers with AD and LeBron and just pieces around them, I think the team functions a little bit better because guys have to play more of a role. When you have the ball in Russ's hands and LeBron's hands, basically damn near the whole time of the game, it's like everyone's role decreases. And then Russ, with him being off the team, You're going to lessen the amount of turnovers you have per game because LeBron's going to turn over the ball. The amount when you have the ball in your hands that many times in the game, you're going to turn over the ball. That just happens. And with Russ being off the team, you're probably lessening maybe about on average, maybe three less turnovers a game with him off the team. And I think that's a real good thing because D'Lo, I would say I wouldn't go as far as saying D'Lo's a better playmaker than Russ or a better scorer or a better player overall than Russ, but D'Lo brings what the Lakers need, and so is Malik Beasley. I think if I had to go with who has the most sway as far as winning this trade, I would probably go with the Lakers because you already got a crew, you have young players, you done went young over the last year because I like Winnie Gabriel. You got that Mitchie dude. You got AR-15. You got D'Lo, who's still relatively young. Malik
A
Beasley, who's
rat.
young.
Don't bring that rat name up no more on my live stream. We ain't talking about that rat no more. I can't believe the Lakers brought this rat back, man. Are you kidding me? Let's
at
stick
least,
to the
at least
Lakers,
you
man.
bring
This
in
is
a
the best
guy.
of 7 Sports Talk, guys. Episode 167. Mitchell in the building, man. We got special guest Ty TV, man. Let's get into the next quarter, second topic of discussion. We're going to stick with LA and the Lakers. Let's talk about my man LBJ. 38,390 points. Last night, LeBron James surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the NBA all-time scoring leaders list. I saw you be very disrespectful earlier in our group chat,
Oh
Ty.
man,
You've been
man,
creating
come
some
on,
content that's been very out of pocket, violating LeBron in his greatest of moments. And I get it. This is what the haters do, Ty Bayless. But let me ask you another question, Ty Bayless. Why is LeBron James to you at this point still not the greatest of all time?
I mean, you got to look at this. See, my 11-year-old self in that Dallas Maverick series, I just never could see him as the GOAT at that time because it's like, would Jordan lose that series? I don't think Jordan would. With that personnel he had early 90s, late 90s, it don't matter. He's not losing that series. And I know it was LeBron's first year in Miami, but you had a dominant team. Nobody could basically stop your team. But for you to lose a series, I'm never forgetting that series. And then secondly, you're 4-6 in the finals. Would you rather? Now I know a lot of LeBron fans love LeBron so much, and a lot of y'all. What boggles my mind is a lot of y'all say I would rather go 4-6 in the finals than 6-0 because of the fact that you made it to 10 finals. So you're telling me you would rather now, Seven, be real here. If you were in the NBA, if you were a superstar, and if you won championships, would you rather go 6-0 where nobody beat you? You won more rings, or would you rather go 4-6? And
Anyone
then he
by
won Defensive Player of the Year awards also as well.
I mean, I think anyone would want to be undefeated on any level. But when you say 6-0 versus 4-6, this is why you're so disrespectful. And then when you say stuff like you can't get over or you can't let go the final series in 2011 versus the Dallas Mavericks, are you kidding me, Ty? Do you know what LeBron James have done since that finals? Bro, his legacy have been written pretty much the year after that finals round, bro. So how are we still talking about the 2011 NBA finals, bro? Like, let's be honest.
But let's be real here though. He's already had finals experience at an extremely young age. I don't count that against LeBron.
You
That's
can't
actually
because
really great.
he was going against 4 Hall of Famers in 2007 when they played the Spurs. And look
But
at the
that
team he
but at the
had.
same time, let's be real here. Those Cleveland teams weren't bad as much as I mean they had what 260-win seasons.
What
Am I
all stars
wrong?
that
They
what
damn
all
near
stars
almost
that they
won
had? They did
70
in a
games.
weak Eastern Conference, yes. But what real players did he
Mo
have? Riley
Williams,
Zerbiak. Everybody know the roster that LeBron had with Cleveland. Don't do
Mo Williams
that.
was an All
Don't
Star.
don't do
Mo
that.
Williams was an All Star.
A
Zadondres
one-time All-Star.
Ilgauskas and all
Really?
still and all. You got to give those guys those.
This
You
is
get
this is unfair.
Seven. I know you like LeBron, but listen, you got to give these guys their credit. You have to give these guys their credit because
Bro,
they helped
are you
LeBron win
serious?
50 games.
Hold up. You're talking about I gotta give somebody some credit. You have the audacity to be talking to the national public saying that to me? Bro, LeBron has surpassed Magic Johnson this season in assists. He just passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the all-time leading scorer last night. And do you know, Ty, that LeBron James, before it's all said and done with, is going to actually pass Gary Payton in steals all time? He's only less than 100 steals away from passing Gary Payton. He's already
But
top
you know,
10. You want to tell me that he's not the GOAT? Bro, what?
but hold on. Those stats that you're talking about, Gary Payton had those amount of steals in less time, I believe. Magic Johnson, Magic Johnson was forced to retire. We ain't gonna get into that, but he was forced to retire, and the amount of time he had all those assists in less years just lets you know how great of a player Magic was. Even though I believe Kareem's the GOAT,
I'm not gonna
I
let
pay
you do
homage
that
to all my. I'm a young
in
cat.
the LeBron. I'm not gonna let you do that in the LeBron argument. What you mean, Magic? He was forced. Magic cheated the game. Magic was sleeping around with a bunch of women, and Magic got caught up. Let's call it what it was. We ain't gonna sit up here and talk incomplete. Magic cheated the game. Magic was out here doing things that he wasn't supposed to do, and that's the repercussion. I'm not blaming LeBron for that. Just like when Jordan cheated the game at the 93, gambling, and he had to leave because it was about to be a black eye on the NBA. Don't nobody really want to talk about that. That didn't have nothing to do with his father passing away. David Stern and them backdoored Michael, try to make sure he ain't that league. The brand didn't get blemished because of what he was doing with his gambling. LeBron has never cheated the league. Never. Come on, bro.
I'm not saying LeBron has cheated the
Let me
league.
ask you a question. Have we not watched Michael Jordan reach his apex and fall from it?
He retired too many times for me to even call him the GOAT. When
I'm
you
just
retire,
asking you.
That's why I put Kareem
As great as Michael was, have we not seen Michael at his apex and fell off? When he got to Washington, it was not he fell off. I mean, he still put up numbers.
He was still. That's what I'm saying. He was still that team. He basically came there and saved the franchise because
So that was the
you
same
and I
Michael
both
Jordan.
know.
That was the same Michael Jordan. You telling me that same level?
But hold on, you and I both know that Washington team was about to be one of those expansion teams to where they were about to relocate. That's just how bad they were. They needed someone to save that franchise.
No. I'm not holding Michael responsible for the lack of success that Washington had. I'm not talking about the team success. I'm asking you, was Michael Jordan still playing was that still Michael Jordan in Washington? Was that still? I know he had. That wasn't right. So we seen Michael at his apex fall off. LeBron is in year 20, still playing at the highest level. We haven't seen him fall from his apex yet.
Missing the playoffs.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. A guy who went to 8 straight NBA finals. That's what we're doing.
Mr. Seven, you want to talk about the weak East and another argument. Let's talk about the weak East and that argument, because every team, when he was dominating, every team was going through rebuilds. Chicago done went through a rebuild while he was dominating the East. The Bucks had to go and get a new number 34. And, Boston had to rebuild, getting rid off of KG and all them. Brooklyn had to rebuild. Atlanta had to rebuild, go get rid of Al Horford, all those other pieces around him back in the day, and went and eventually got Trey. I mean, all these Magic rebuilding. I mean, all these teams in the East was rebuilding. The East was very weak since basically 2009, 2008-ish, around that time. I would say the East
why
was
when
still
we have a
pretty good
LeBron James conversation, Ty? Why when we have a LeBron James conversation, you have to be so incomplete? Two things can be true. Yes, the Eastern Conference wasn't the superior conference when LeBron was making his run. But what about what LeBron had to go through in the final round? You just gonna bypass that? The Hall of Famers in San Antonio, the 73-9 team being down 3-1, winning game 7 on
The
the road.
old
You're
Hall
not
of
even gonna
Famers.
speak on that. You're not even gonna speak on that.
The old. These are the old Hall of Famers that you're talking about. These guys were still
Wow.
old.
Wow.
They were old. Tim Duncan and all of them was old. D
That's
Wade was
crazy.
still relatively. He was barely there. I'm gonna give you fairness on this point. D Wade was barely D Wade the last couple of years. Bosh his own little issues. I give you that, but then again, at the same time, that don't give you an excuse for damn near losing both of those games, both of those series. Because Ray Allen, I could make an argument right now. History would have been different if Ray Allen didn't hit that shot. And this is Ray Allen that we're talking about. A top
I am
four,
going
top three,
to
arguably at.
no finish your
Go
thought.
ahead.
Finish your thought. I apologize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You getting cooked on this LeBron debate. You defending LeBron all you want to. You can defend LeBron all you want to, but he had some final loss. Those Spurs finals, I also question him for those finals. He had a good run before Ray Allen shot that three. He had a good run before
A good run.
that
He
J.R.
was
Smith
2000.
situation.
He was back-to-back MVPs that season. A good run. Really?
Back-to-back MVP seasons and was still 1-1. Should have won both finals, and he
He
lost that
did. He
last
beat
one.
OKC. He
Ran
beat
back to
OKC.
Cleveland. Yeah, and listen, and by the way, Mr. Seven, let me tell you this real quick. The man ran to Miami to go play with a championship experience player and D Wade. Didn't want to build his own championship team up. Didn't want to fight through the grind. Didn't want to go through the grind of having to fight. Because let me tell you, if LeBron had stayed in Cleveland, he would have eventually won a championship. You can't say LeBron is just that great. I'm giving you credit where it deserves. Now he's great. If he had stayed in Cleveland, he would have won at least maybe one or two championships. And then with the East getting weak, and then he was still a youngin, he would have eventually got into form and learned how to win. So why did you have to leave Cleveland? You was winning 60 games, 50 games a year. You can't sit here and make an excuse for LeBron. He had to go and run to D Wade. Now, Miami was a below average team
Thank
before
you.
he got there.
Thank
But
you.
then
It's
again, at
about
the same
time you
time,
start talking
D
complete.
Wade
It's
still had
about
that.
time. Thank you.
But I'm giving you fairness. But D Wade was still a championship guy, a Finals MVP, a guy who finished in MVP voting before in his career. You can't sit here and sleep on D Wade and how he helped LeBron become that championship. D Wade had to take a back seat just so LeBron could play to his best ability and they win a championship. So that's what I'm saying. That I don't think LeBron is the GOAT. I think it's Kareem. You're talking about a guy who won the best player award, MVP award, high school, college, NBA, six rings.
A
He
hater.
won Defensive Player of the Year
Another LeBron
awards.
hater. Another LeBron hater.
I'm not
You
a
see his
LeBron
face
hater.
last night? You see? Did you see
I
Kareem's
pay.
face last night, Ty? You see his face?
Man, please. Kareem knows damn well it is easier to score in this league now than it was at his time.
It's over for that
It
goofy
was. He
nigga.
was
You hear
playing.
me? It's over for that nigga. No one, Kareem, it's a wrap. They showed him a little bit of
He's
love
still the
last
GOAT.
night. He's
He's
nothing
still
no
the
more.
GOAT.
He's nothing no
He's
more. He knows it.
you
His
you
wife,
a
that
Kareem
lady that was next
hater.
to him in that jacket, she know it. Everything that Kareem was holding on to with his last breaths of life, LeBron just took it last night. Kareem is an afterthought.
Kareem still
That's a
Kareem still sitting on 6 rings, Defensive Player of the Year awards, all those All-Star games he done made, all those pro. Yeah, so Kareem still arguably has the better career than LeBron. There's no disputing that. You can't
oh
sit
my
here. See,
God.
look, listen. I might be a young cat, but I give homage and pay respect to all the old cats. I mean, like I
How
said, the
can you
dude
be
was the
paying
best
respect
player.
saying Kareem had a better career than LeBron James? How is that respectful?
You could still argue that the dude has
You
six
can't argue that, yo.
rings,
Four franchises.
six MVPs. Come on now,
I
four
mean, three
franchises for
franchises,
LeBron.
4 championships. Three franchises, four
Three,
championships.
but that was a different Cleveland team that he went back to. They reloaded with younger pieces. They had compensation, and he went there at the perfect time. LeBron knew what
Time
he was
out.
doing.
Time out. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a That was a different. Do you not know Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers was in the lottery like every year that Miami had LeBron? What you mean?
And
They
Kyrie
wouldn't
was a
even have had
first.
Kevin
Kyrie
Love
was
in
a
the
first.
Cleveland uniform if it wasn't for LeBron. Cleveland would have still been nothing if it wasn't for LeBron coming back. Let's be clear. And what did he do immediately in 2015 when he went? Took him right to the NBA Finals. Matter of fact, he took the
And
Cleveland
when did they
Cavaliers
win? And when did they
to
win?
4 straight finals.
And when did they win? Oh wait, when
The
Kyrie was
second
there.
year in,
What
the
what
second
what?
year in, he
So
beat a 73-9 team after being down 3-1 in Oracle. He did that.
we can make we can make an argument he was barely the best player in that series, bro. We can make
What
an argument
series?
right then and there.
The Golden
Okay,
State
so let's not
series?
sit here,
Are
Mister
you talking about the
Seven,
Golden
Mister
State
Seven.
series? No. I need to know.
We're
Are you
talking.
talking about the Golden State series?
Yeah, yes, sir. We are talking about them Golden State series, Mister Seven. Let me tell you this right now, Mister Seven. Let's not sit here and act like all you LeBron fans, Jack Sniffers, Meat Riders, all you LeBron fans went around, and I'm old enough to remember. Of course, I was like 50. I was about to be in high school at that time. Y'all went around saying, "Oh man, if Kyrie didn't get hurt, if Kyrie didn't get hurt," just like how reminiscent of us saying, "Oh, if Kyrie didn't get hurt in that Buck series, if Kyrie didn't, if Giannis didn't injure Kyrie, oh, we would have won that series." That just tells you how great of a player Kyrie is. And you think LeBron would have beaten Golden State without Kyrie? Hell no, hell no.
So you want to
I'm just
blame
saying, you not
LeBron?
winning that
Hold on.
series
Wait a
without
minute. Wait a
Kyrie.
minute. Ty. I gotta you wanna blame LeBron for Kyrie doing his job? This is a team game, right?
It's a team game, but let's not sit here and act like Kyrie wasn't that dude. Kyrie outplayed Steph
Kyrie
that
had one
series.
40-point performance in that series. One.
And name the other games for me and tell me the shot percentage.
Bro, did you not know what LeBron did on
Is it?
both ends of the court in that 7-game series?
It wasn't just LeBron. You had wing defenders and guys like J.R.
It
Smith.
had to be
You
more
had
than LeBron. It
Amon
was going against a
Shumpert.
73-9 team. But I'm just saying, like, you making it seem like
You had
Kyrie
wing
got cheated
defenders.
out the finals MVP or something.
I felt like Kyrie had a very good argument to win Finals MVP. The way he outplayed Stephen Curry. There's no
Steph
debate.
didn't win his
There's no
first
debating
MVP
that.
until
So
last
Kyrie did.
year. He didn't win his first finals MVP till
Okay,
last year. He got 4 rings.
but Steph wasn't the best. Steph didn't always play like the best. Steph was the best player. He's the face of that organization, the best player on that
I,
team.
I,
But
I, I,
Steph wasn't always the reason why they won games in the playoffs.
okay. This is the best of 7
Their
Sports Talk,
teams was
guys. 7
just
Mitchell
that
in the
good.
building. We got Ty TV joining this man. I am about to actually drop the link. Don't worry. I'm about to drop the link if you guys want to join me. If you guys got anything to say, if you guys want to speak to Ty TV, because normally on the podcast, it's just one-on-one. But the thoughts and opinion of Ty TV tonight has just been so terribly rude and disrespectful in 24 hours after LeBron done hit this amazing feat. I feel like the NBA community might have a couple words or two to speak to you about, Ty. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this link out there if anybody want to join us. But until then, let's get into your Brooklyn Nets, man. Let's talk about it, man. Kyrie, he is now gone. He's with Dallas. Matter of fact, according to the live chat, Kyrie got Dallas looking good right now in his first game with the
Exactly.
Maverick. What's your thoughts on losing Kyrie, and what's your projection with your Brooklyn Nets moving forward this season only?
Oh man. So, do I think Katie's going to get traded? No, it's already been said.
Right.
But this is what I believe right here. As far as now, a lot of stuff that I do want to say is beyond the game. this season. I do feel like there's more moves to be made for the trade deadline. I feel like with this team right now, we have a team that matches up better with Boston, that matches up better with Milwaukee. And let's not sit here and act like KD damn near by himself beat Milwaukee with lesser, older role players. Now he has
That was 2 years
younger
ago.
guys around him.
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. But you see, before KD went down, was KD not a top 3 MVP, top 4 MVP candidate? Was
Did
KD
Giannis not
not
win it?
having his
Wait a
most
minute? Did Giannis
efficient
not win a
season?
championship since then?
Did Kyrie not get hurt that series?
Who? That ain't Giannis' fault.
See, Mr. Seven, come on now. Let's not sit here and bullshit now. Mr. Seven, Giannis was the one that got under Kyrie's ankle. And why you sitting here trying to box out a dude that's 6'2" when you're 6'11"? That doesn't make that much sense to me. You would have got and that's how you know Giannis potentially literally injured Kyrie on purpose to win that series. Because let me tell you this, 35 plus point differential that series. Milwaukee wasn't stopping that. And you know Milwaukee is not a good team when it comes to defending perimeter players. And they got exposed a little bit of that in that Boston series because they did not have Middleton, who can play both sides of the basketball, who can take really key shots throughout the game and also late in the games. So that's what I'm saying. Giannis gets exposed, and then everyone that was hurt that year, like Torrey Craig, for example, he was hurt in that finals. He couldn't play that finals, but Torrey Craig would have been another guy who would have added a great matchup against Giannis on top of having some of those other sizable players on your team like DeAndre Ayton. He did not have no matchup that year. Most of his matchups were all hurt. You see how Kawhi locked them up in 2019. Now, Kawhi might not be the best defensive player since then. Not the same, my bad. The same defensive player since then. Giannis had got away with winning the ring that year, and Giannis had got off. Hence to why he hasn't done anything since then. Because if he's truly the best player in the league, then Giannis would have beaten the Celtics last year. Simple as that. And
Ty,
then they say he's this defender.
When you came up, did you like Michael Jackson? Like coming up, were you a Michael Jackson fan? The singer, the
he
singer.
was the real MJ. He was the real MJ.
Because
before
you
MJ.
do so much, you do a lot
Michael
of
Jordan.
moonwalking. You've been doing a lot of moonwalking tonight. And I figured that you
Ain't
was
no
a Michael
moonwalking.
Jordan supporter. Yes, because you want to sit up here and talk down on Giannis. When I asked you about your Brooklyn Nets team, you want to moonwalk around the demise of your team, which I'm tripping off of. We got the homie Larry in the basement in the building. What's up, brother?
What up, bro? What up, bro?
You already know the vibes, man.
No.
You know what we headed for tonight, man.
I don't know why I'm getting this echo. I got an echo from you.
From me?
Yeah, the whole show. For some reason, I got an echo.
Do you got it playing on YouTube?
No, I'm just on your. Oh, you know what? That's what it is.
Man.
I'm tripping. Maybe that's what it is. Yes, it is. That's it. Yep, that's what it is. My bad. Here we go.
Salute to my guy, man.
What up? What up? What up, man?
Talk to me, man.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Always, every day, all day. You already
Ty,
know, man.
please,
What's up,
Ty.
bro?
Ty, you
Salute
killing
to you.
me, man. Salute to you, bro. You know I subscribe to your channel, man. I appreciate that.
What's up in the basement? Okay, I see you.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, but Ty, you killing me, man.
What's up, bro?
Seriously. In between you giving all these excuses for Mike and I'm sitting there like you saying Ray Allen and help LeBron win the champ because of Ray Allen, but I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, didn't Paxson hit a shot? Hodges,
Steve
Armstrong,
Kerr.
Steve Kerr. Damn. I guess that don't count. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike only played 6 seasons in the NBA, and he won championships in all 6 of them.
All season. That's it. That's it.
That's all. That's it. Listen, at the end of the day, listen.
So there's no debate. So what's the debate?
Well, my thing is this. All right. When it comes to championships, everybody gonna say undefeated. Tom Brady is the GOAT, but Joe Montana is undefeated in the championships. Right?
That's
Am I
why
right or wrong?
That's why Tom Brady is not the GOAT.
But everybody say he's the GOAT, right? Am I right or wrong? Let's forget the
Not
fact that
me,
he got.
but they do.
All right, but let's forget the fact that we got all the issues with this the what's that, the Flake Gate and everything else that he won championships on too, right? Am I right? So he still won those championships.
Right.
He still won those championships, but they gave him credit for winning those championships, even though that the issue behind it. But I look at it like this: with everything that this man has done from coming out of high school, the hype of coming out of high school to being where he's at right this second, you cannot say there's been an athlete with more pressure on them, and he's 20 years in, and you can't blame longevity on the fact that he's breaking all these records because he's stable and take care of his body. You just can't do that. I'm sorry, you just can't, bro. You're just saying basically, no, he should have stopped at the year 15, and he got 5-6 more years left in him. He should have stopped at the year 12, because then he would just compare the 12 years to 12 years. You just can't do that,
crazy?
Bro.
You know what's crazy, Larry? Ty witnessed greatness last night. He know he watched LeBron. He know what he saw last night, and he immediately couldn't accept it.
No, it was greatness. It's just the fact that just because you break a scoring record does not mean you are the GOAT. Karl Malone, when he broke the scoring record, when he did his thing, Karl Malone was not considered the GOAT. I get it, he don't have the accolades that LeBron has, but just because you break a scoring record does not mean you are the GOAT. Because at
the
the end
GOAT
of the day,
is dominance,
like I said,
right?
okay, so in the basement, I'm gonna ask you a question. Would you rather go 6-0 or would you rather go 4-6? Let's be real here.
I go 4-6.
Okay, then. So my point.
I go 4-6. You know why?
See,
you know you would rather go 6-0.
No.
I
say that because
behind it.
Yes, exactly. My thing is this: if I'm getting there, whether I win or lose, right? If I'm getting there consistently, you can't say that I can't claim to be somebody that's bigger than the game, or the game is on my back, and I'm not even getting there. I gotta get there. Now,
so you want to be a loser? So you want to be a loser?
So he's a loser? You're calling him a loser?
He's 4-6. He's 4-6 in the finals.
Is he a loser?
All right, but
is LeBron a loser or a winner, Ty?
Listen. So you gonna tell me
4-6, man? 4-6.
So you mean to tell me that we're not gonna take it into fruition of the teams that he had to take to get to these finals? Boobie Gibson. You mentioned Mo Williams. I was so different. I wanted to choke you through this damn
so
camera.
Disrespectful, bro.
I mean, he was still an all-star.
Yo, you said
he still
Mo
averaged
Williams,
over 15 points per game.
You
and if
Mo
you go
Williams
back and watch, we can talk about this right now.
Did you notice that?
What's up?
Did you watch that series to see that he didn't even show up? He was shook in that championship series.
Which series you talking about?
Which one you want to name? That's what I'm talking about. Like, come on, dog. Mo was nowhere to be found. LeBron showed up at every championship series except for the Dallas window, in which you're always going to say.
2007, he didn't play his best series either. His numbers were down. What
was his numbers?
Now, I'm old enough to remember.
Numbers?
He didn't play his best that
series
either.
Tell me, what was his numbers then?
I'm not going to sit here. The chat going to mess up if I go and look up the numbers, but he didn't play his best series either.
You got a laptop. We can make an argument. You got an iPad.
Let me look up these numbers.
Yeah, please do, because you can't bring up those facts. Facts and not have facts.
Why Ty looks up that information, Laurie, real quick, bro. Let everybody know about your platform. Shout out to K as well, man. Let everybody know what you got going on over there and where people can, stay in the loop with you.
Yeah, man. Once again, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. You was on our show last week, but in the Basement Podcast on YouTube. Right now, I'm just on YouTube. I'm new to the game. We've been our year anniversary was the 23rd of January. We 58 shows in, 58
Congratulations.
episodes in. But you can reach us on In the Basement with Next Step and K, or In the Basement Sports Podcast on YouTube, In the Basement on Instagram. I got a TikTok. There's so many social media things going on. I got to come somebody just like messing with the TikTok stuff, and I got to reach out to you once again to teach me some things, because I'm always willing to learn, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm big on collaborations. I, is right now is still growing. It ain't growing at the speed I want it to, because in my head I'm always thinking forward. So right now, man, I'm almost at like 175 subscribers, but I'm on the road to 1,000. I ain't even thinking about that 250 and that 500. You know what I'm saying? But with collaborating with people like yourself and your audience and stuff like that, maybe they'll come over, and then when we do big collaborations with everybody. So that's what we try to do. We mainly talk sports, culture. We try to get away from the politics. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not big on watching CNN and everything like that. Some social things we'll bring up, but then we'll just let it go. But it's mainly sports, politics, and just nothing but fun debates. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, man. Make sure y'all check out In the Basement Podcast. My brother Larry and my brother K, man, they are a dynamic duo. They
Shout
be
out to my
doing
boy
their thing.
K. Yeah, we on tomorrow night. We on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We doing like the trade deadline, and the Eagles game, Super Bowl predictions and stuff like that. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock we'll be on YouTube.
Now, Laurie, Ty and I was speaking about this whole Russell Westbrook trade at the beginning of the show. What's your reaction about Russell being traded to Utah and possibly being bought out to either go to Miami, the Clippers, or Ty said even Brooklyn,
or the Lakers? Chicago.
I just read something about the Lakers were willing to bring him back.
Chicago too. Chicago said they was looking into him as well. Now on the trade myself, I think it's a win-win. All right. Russ is on, Danny Ainge, all he do is stack.
Facts.
Danny Ainge is the plug. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. They got like 15, 16 first-round draft picks in a pocket up to 2029. So you look at Danny Ainge saying, you know what, I'll take that. I'll get that draft pick from y'all. That adds to my pile. We're not keeping Russ. We know Russ ain't our future.
Right.
So we're going to buy him out more than likely. And if they keep him, but if you got to think about this too, they keep him on a roster, his whole salary can go to their cap. If they so if they cut him and buy him out, they only get half of what his salary is on the cap at the end of the summertime.
Right.
This the same reason why I said my Nets could get him. Same reason.
So but with that being said, Minnesota, they getting some pieces just that allow Towns and them to nurture together, even though I don't think he big fans of Gobert over there. But Gobert is there now because Towns is out, so it's not that bad. But when they both on the floor, I don't see that really working. But as far as the Lakers is concerned, that's a win all day. As much as you say the Rat, listen, as much as you say the Rat, dog, I'm gonna tell you this. As much as you don't like the Rat,
Facts.
the Rat can play. He's a solid point guard, a all-star at one time, like Mo Williams. Oh. he's an all-star.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all throwing all this out
He's
there.
An all-star.
No pun intended, but okay, man.
Listen, he's an all-star, right? Right? All right. So he's an all-star. You get Beasley, you get a shooter.
So no excuses for LeBron.
Yep. He's an all-star. He gets Beasley, who's also a 3-and-D guy. And then you get what's the other kid name that the Sixers was looking at for a backup center who can run the floor, rebound, block shots, and defend. Right? So what did you need?
Court Moss?
No. No, what's his name? Volunteer, whatever from
the
Utah?
Lakers on paper, what they needed, partially they got.
That's what I'm saying. They got youth. You got youth, and you got rid of some turnovers. You got rid of possessions.
You got rid of turnovers.
Possessions. And you gained possessions.
And you really only have to rent this rat. You don't have to have this rat in uniform for
But
more
you
than this
gain
season.
possessions, is what I'm saying. So you look at it
But
that way. You
you
gained the
also
3, 4. You gained the 3, 4 to 5 possessions, great possessions in clutch moments when you was losing them with the other guy because you had to play him.
but listen, two things can
And the
be
other
true.
guy will cause you a
I
lot of
think you're
turnovers.
absolutely right. But the other guy was a six
Your
man of the
turnovers
year
going
right now.
down.
Let's not act
Russ
like
No,
Russ
had
was playing
no, no,
bad
no.
this year. Russ was
No.
playing his
I'm not.
position.
No, I'm not saying Russ was playing bad. I'm not saying that at all. But and so it's painful to watch Russ when he's doing 60. And that's not even 70, 80, or 90.
That's a fact.
It's painful, dog. You see some of them turnovers from last night? Was you watching the game? Because I know you was.
Oh yeah.
I said in the chat, I said I wish we had a camera inside your crib to see you doing cartwheels and stuff. Ty, didn't I
Because
say that?
it's the same old story with Russ, bro.
Right.
With me.
So
It's the same old
so
story.
you look at it in the aspect of how the Lakers just gained a real point guard that can play on the floor when you don't have to play what's what you call it? Because I got the podcast now. Patrick Beverly.
Pat Bev.
Because he messed up as soon as he started getting on ESPN. His whole game is different now. The spotlight from ESPN just took away from basketball from NFL.
Doing that first take appearance when he was on first take.
And now he's worried about podcasting now more than anything. So he just took a real back seat now because you got
not a rat though. He gonna stick with his niggas.
Did you love Kobe?
Nope. Kobe was a rat.
I was about to say that, but I'm
That's
pretty sure you love
man.
Kobe. You just saying that right now.
I had no love for Kobe. Kobe was a carbon copy. Don't let me get started. I don't want to disrespect this man because I know he passed away. I ain't gonna do that, but I'm trying to tell you, y'all they be gassing Kobe Bryant, bro. I don't be jacking that.
That ain't no gas, man. That's natural. That's natural talent there, bro. You can't.
Where do you rank Kobe at? Where do you rank Kobe at real quick in all time?
Top 10.
Personal. Top 10.
Personal. I think top 10. Killer. Because if you got Mike there, you got Kobe. Kobe is damn near a mirror image of what Mike was. Even though Kobe won
mirror image or carbon copy.
Carbon copy, yeah. So, but even though people tend to forget the roster that Kobe had, that he won those extra championships after Shaq. Everybody act like it was all Kobe. Paul Gasol. He had Bynum in his peak at the time. He had Lamar, Meta World Peace. Yeah, I mean, like, what the hell, dog? So
shout out to Kobe, man. I don't want to get started, man.
Philly, that's like my Philly guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Philly man. I'm a Philly guy. I mean, I don't fuck with the Eagles, but Philly is my guy.
All I know is it took him 50 shots to score 60 points in this final game, and everybody wanted to praise him for it. Like he
was done though. You know he was a flat tire at the time.
Yeah, when LeBron went to Miami, that's when he started to lose the air. I'm gonna leave it alone. Ty's back in the building. Ty, welcome back, my G.
Hey Ty, I hope you got all your credentials ready now.
Oh yeah, they always ready, bro. And let me tell y'all this. Y'all LeBron fans, y'all just get on my nerves.
I'm a basketball fan, bro.
You a basketball fan,
he
but you
with me right
LeBron
now.
Like you a LeBron fan.
No, I'm just facts is facts. Am I right?
Yeah, but Jordan better than LeBron at the end of the day.
I'm gonna mute myself.
This guy, he act like he didn't watch last night. So again, Ty, when he surpasses Gary Payton in steals, what you gonna say?
You already know what I just said. It took him more time to do it.
We got my brother.
Bad thing, man.
This is my brother. He about to go off. I didn't want to say nothing bad about Kobe, though. So don't come over here, yo. I didn't want to
that's right.
It, bro.
That's right. Get on his ass, bro.
He get ready to start.
You should not talk about Kobe like that.
Look, y'all initiated it. Don't bring that man up in no conversation about no LeBron, bro.
Disrespect.
He's a rat.
The disrespect.
I'm just saying, bro. Is Kobe not a rat? Was Kobe not a rat? And wait a minute, K. You and I have had so.
First of all,
what? Bro,
Kobe
you and
wasn't
I
no rat,
have
first
had.
of all.
We'll get back to Kobe in a second.
Kobe ratted,
because you and I have had so many conversations about D'Angelo Russell and Swaggy P. You are from out there in LA. You good with that rat coming back? Wow.
I'm not good.
That rap fits with the offense.
But damn it, on the Lakers, we need that. We need that 3-point shot. We need somebody to be able to facilitate and run that offense without LeBron having to do every damn thing.
Yep.
And another thing
Go
about
ahead,
this
shoot,
LeBron
keep
thing.
on
Let me get on this real quick. Let me get on this LeBron thing. Let me tell you something, okay?
Go ahead, kill it.
LeBron James, let me tell you something. LeBron James is a great example of what you will want an athlete to be. I'm gonna be real with you as far as off the court, across the board. But let's talk about these years I was talking about earlier, because my man Todd was on to something, Seven, and you think you slick, and now your brother's here.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
We're not gonna act like when LeBron in his younger days was in the East when they was horrible. The East was horrible in them days. We're not gonna say
LeBron made him look that way. LeBron made him look that way.
No. All the East had was the Detroit Pistons. As
the Wizards,
formidable opponent.
The Wizards.
They weren't even like as formidable. They had Gilbert
Boston. The Celtics wasn't formidable. Boston wasn't.
Not yet. They hadn't had the big three quite.
That wasn't till the late to 2000.
You talking about Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker?
They weren't good with just Paul Pierce. They had
bugging.
Stop it, man. Stop. Y'all are so disrespectful.
That wasn't until the late. That wasn't until the late 2000s.
I'm telling the truth.
That's disrespectful.
I'm telling the
I
truth.
never see such disrespect. It's ridiculous.
I'm telling the truth.
Yo,
that's true.
Right. Y'all love some Kobe Bryant.
I was enjoying some wings. I was enjoying some wings.
Oh my God!
Keep on eating them
and then you say this blasphemous stuff. I wasn't planning on doing this. I wasn't planning on doing this. I was to watch my brother do his show with these two great, knowledgeable gentlemen until you start the Kobe slander. And then you exaggerating LeBron. Come on now. We got to be honest about this. And how dare you talk about Kobe's last game like that? Even my son in the background, he's a hater on Kobe too, by the way. I ain't gonna bring him up right now.
I defended him on that one. I defended him on that.
Out of here, man.
LeBron is not all that good, man.
You know what that record is, Anthony put up right there? You know what that 16-6 is, K-Dos? That's LeBron versus Kobe right there.
It's a bunch of nonsense. Is what it is. That's what
levels
it is.
right there.
Oh,
that's LeBron.
Most of those were Miami
talk about
days.
the elephant in the room. We talk about the elephant in the room real quick.
What's that?
Isn't it funny how LeBron comes to the Western Conference with more competition? Oh,
and
no
does
playoffs.
what? And does what?
He couldn't make it to the playoffs. He couldn't make it to the playoffs.
He had a groin injury in 2019. Don't do that.
Let's be honest, y'all.
He
had them in first place before he got hurt.
If that's the case,
then with LaMelo and them. Am I right?
Lonzo Ball.
They was in first place.
They was in fourth place at one point. They was in fourth place before he got hurt. Yep.
When he got hurt, that's when everything went landslide.
That wouldn't mean he wouldn't get his ass beat in the first round.
Hold on. You gotta talk about
you just was saying that he didn't make the playoffs. We gave you the reason why he didn't make the playoffs because he got hurt. But when we say he was in first place, y'all just went right over your head.
My man couldn't win the play-in.
December.
What are we talking about? I'm not doing this. You should have never started on Kobe.
Facts.
Normally I'm right here. Now you gotta be up here.
LeBron ain't better than Kobe, bro.
Did it.
LeBron would never be anything like Kobe. Kobe
Nobody
was
said
just
he
different.
had to be Kobe.
You talking about the toughest defensive era of all time in the early 2000s? Now remember, I was born in 2000, but that was
LeBron
the
came in the
toughest
league in
era.
2002, 2003.
We didn't see shoes. 3-point shots were not shot the same as it was 10 years ago, like it is now, and even in the early 2000s. Kobe had to go against tougher defenders. He had to go against Ben Wallace.
He went against the same defenders that LeBron went against. What are you talking about?
But the rules were very different, and the game was more physical.
He said, but. Look,
he said, but. I'm gonna say this, right? Because I don't want to sound like a hater. I am happy for LeBron. Late. He passed Kareem. He says too late. He passed Kareem. I'm not gonna lie. Kareem did look salty.
Kareem was so tight, bro.
No public. He don't do the public stuff. He just like.
Your Kareem was like.
When he got down to 6, he just
like that.
This hurt right here. This moment hurt right here. This hurt right here.
Kareem, he said,
and they had no relationship prior to.
He didn't like that at all, man.
At all, not one bit, bro.
Salute to Bron, though. Salute to Bron, man. I mean, 20 years, he deserves all this. He earned all that. But what we not gonna do is put down my guy KB24/8.
Never will.
Never will. KD a better player than LeBron.
I got one last question before we get up out of here. And I want to go around the table. Appreciate everybody joining me tonight, man. Carmelo Anthony. Do y'all think Carmelo Anthony will be forgotten about in 20 years?
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no.
Biggest jab step you'll ever see in your life in the first step. Jab step first step.
I can't see that.
You can't. When it comes to a pure jump shooter, and first step, when you talk about first step and then jump shot, Carmelo is at the top of the list
right now.
I mean,
but you don't.
I don't see nobody. I haven't seen that one person in the league to this day that has a better jab step and first step off a jab step than Carmelo Anthony.
KD
never.
And
KD
and Carmelo will post you up too. Long. He'll post you up.
KD
Carmelo
is long,
post you up too.
So it don't look the same. Melo was just boom, and he'll go like that, a little short jab, and you back up like 3-4 steps off a jab step.
But he used that late. He used that. His was so dangerous. He used that a little bit more later in his career. I think KD's jab step. He was doing that in
Denver.
He was doing that in Denver, but later in his career, he had to rely on that jab step. That's just how dangerous that jab step was. It was just that dangerous.
That was his pack. You can't deny it.
The mid-range game, the 3-point game, it was just jab step. Carmelo was like that, bro. And it is sad that guys my generation, knowing when I was younger, Carmelo was one of those guys. You could argue Carmelo at one point was a better scorer.
But this is my thing. I'm looking at how the big man is evolving and their perimeter game is evolving. Yeah, we speaking on that about Carmelo now, but we talking about 2 decades in the future. The way the big man is progressing and expanding their game. You know, Melo didn't win anything. I'm just like, man, we could start seeing so many different. I mean, we ain't gonna see a bunch of Giannis's or a bunch of ADs or KDs, but we're starting to see more big men, Joel Embiid, these Nikola Jokic, these Luka. These big guys are shooting these shots. I just feel like maybe Carmelo could actually go by the wayside in 2 decades. Like people may.
Would you ever forget about Charles Barkley?
If it wasn't for the TNT presence?
No. Answer the question.
Basketball wise,
basketball. Would you ever forget Charles Barkley?
Hell no.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. No, but yes.
No. Answer the question. Now, you know how you say to everybody else? Just answer the question.
Because if you brought his name up, I would respect it. But if you was to ask me like who was the top forwards or the top 5 forwards in the history, Barkley? I might bypass him. I might forget.
Who would you put before him?
It might be my mistake, but I'm saying
now that's going to be another show. I just get segue to your next show
for the 90s.
I would like to know that. Because I don't see anything bad.
Tim Duncan
already got my 3. I
would put Tim Duncan over Barkley.
Tim, KG,
but he's in that top 4.
Dirk. Tim, KG,
and Dirk. You got Tim, KG
over
Dirk,
over
Karl Malone.
Top Ty signal bad.
KG was a better defender than Charles Barkley.
What about Karl Malone?
Please cut.
No?
I'm taking Barkley over Karl Malone.
That's wild. That's why not over Malone. I'm taking
Barkley over Karl Malone.
That's crazy. That's not over.
I'd rather have Barkley. I'd rather have Barkley.
I agree.
Without a pick and roll, Karl Malone is not the same player.
I agree with that, man. We've only seen Karl Malone in one kind of offense. He went to the Lakers and was like, "What the hell is this?"
What you see from Kareem?
But Barkley without all those pieces wouldn't be the same either. That Phoenix team was deep.
We praise Kobe for stealing somebody's offense.
Kareem. Oh shit. Kareem, my man said earlier, Todd said earlier, high school player of the year, college player of the year, MVP in the NBA.
Facts.
With multiple teams.
6-time MVP.
Did your man not rat on Shaquille O'Neal? I forgot about
that.
I forgot about it. All right, I'm out of here, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. On the real,
K-Dose, you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, man. It's called Rise with K.
Rise with K?
I actually got my because I haven't put any content on there in a while. On Friday, it's my first show back.
Oh yeah, so, I cannot wait. Are you going live with it?
K-A-Y or the K?
Yeah, it's gonna be live. Just a letter. It's K. It's Rise with K.
I'm gonna add him to the group chat. I'm gonna add him to the group chat, Larry.
I'm a screenshot.
Yeah. Then just put your YouTube thing in there so I can make sure I sign.
Matter of fact, I can put it in the.
For sure, man. I'm gonna subscribe to everybody.
Yeah, most definitely.
Hey,
all right,
man,
people, I appreciate you guys, man, joining me tonight, man. Big up again to the NBA community. Make sure you guys subscribe to In the Basement Podcast.
We on tomorrow night at 8:00.
Absolutely. Rise with K and here at the Best of 7 Sports Talk for your daily NBA content. I'm Seven Mitchell. Salute to Scrub Zero. Salute to my brother Anthony. Salute to everyone that came through live chat tonight talking y'all stuff, man. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all guys tomorrow. Peace, guys.
Salute to D'Angelo Russell.
The rat.
Yo, bars. Safe, man.